Coming up on Chris 6 Sunrise, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is expected to testify today in front of the Senate Finance Committee. Scripps News Group's Nathaniel Reed will join us with the very latest.
And here's what other stories we're covering on Sunrise.
A failed desal vote isn't the end of the water fight. I'm Suzanne Stevens. The new deadline Corpus Christi faces this week and what's at stake if they miss it.
I'm Tony Jaramillo in Flower Bluff, standing on one of dozens of streets slated for repairs under the city's rapid pavement program. What's standing in the way? I'll tell you just ahead.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Yeah, it is a Thursday, Friday Junior, if you will. Friday for us, because we're going to be off tomorrow. But you will have a meteorologist, Julia Quady, holding down the fort for us. Good morning, Julia. How you doing?
Hey there. Good morning, you guys. So, we're off towards a bit of a comfortable start for us this morning. Very similar to yesterday. Thanks to that dry air, temperatures drop overnight. So we're waking up mostly towards those mid to upper 70s. But that same dry air that contributes towards nice, pleasant enough conditions during the morning really ramps up our heat as we head towards the afternoon. But before we go ahead and get into those details for your forecast, let's get you out the door in terms of what you can expect for your traffic flow. Right now, heading on Ocean Drive, going towards SPID and heading on Saratoga. All three of those roadways are looking good for you this morning right now, heading out the door. Moving on over towards Flower Bluff, a little bit of more of a gradual buildup starting to happen, heading towards the Gaia NES Corpus Christi. You can see a bit of an orange coming onto the map there. Notice some slower speed if you're heading in that direction. All clear though heading on Flower Bluff Drive and on Waldron Road. Just a little bit of median speed that you're going to see heading in one direction there. But other than that, still looking at pretty decent driving conditions heading on Flower Bluff. And similarly, moving on over towards the JFK Causeway going to and from the island. Also looking at pretty decent driving conditions right now. That things are moving pretty fast and smooth heading out the door to get you started there too. That's it for Trapport. More details on your forecast coming up in the next few minutes.
Julia, thank you. We're going to get you neighborhood news in just a little bit, folks. But first, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is expected to testify today in front of the Senate Finance Committee on his 2026 health priorities. Now, one of the major priorities for the Trump administration under the Make America Healthy Again initiative this year will be identifying the underlying causes for chronic conditions. The hearing comes as RFK Jr. faces considerable criticism for the firing of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention director, which led to the resignation of three top CDC officials. Scripps News Group's Nathaniel Reed will join us at 6:12 with even more info.
President Trump is urging the Supreme Court to step in after a ruling over his emergency tariffs. In his request, he's asking the justices to overturn a lower court ruling that found his administration acted unlawfully by imposing many of his sweeping import taxes. The case once again raises fundamental questions for the court about a president's power to act unilaterally and without explicit authority from Congress. Trump's critics note that the last president to raise tariffs under similar circumstances was Richard Nixon, and Congress later cut back the president's power.
Yeah, I voted nay.
City Council's no vote stopped the $50 million Inner Harbor contract, but the very next motion turned to state funding.
Do you need a motion or direction?
Council passed a resolution that directs staff to ask the Texas Water Development Board for an extension on more than $200 million in SWIFT funds, low-interest state loans the city secured for desalination. The deadline is Friday. In a letter dated August 8th to at-large Councilmember Carolyn Vaughn, the Water Board says money already issued must stay with desalination, and the $210 million still pending. Redirecting it would require formal approval, something the board says has never been done.
Well, the South Texas Water Authority Board of Directors met in Kingsville for a deal that would provide the city of Corpus Christi with 26 million gallons of water a day. The STWA currently has an agreement with 7Seas for 4 million gallons of water a day. Corpus Christi reached out to the STWA to see if it was possible to expand that 4 million gallon output.
We're looking at 4 million gallons a day for South Texas Water Authority and up to an additional 26 million gallons a day that would be sold to the city of Corpus Christi if we can reach an agreement between the two entities.
Now, if a deal is reached with Corpus Christi, the next step would be for the STWA to amend its agreement with 7Seas and for them to produce 30 million gallons of water per day rather than 4 million.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter in Flower Bluff. The city's rapid pavement program, which fixes the city's streets, is already funded through 2028. Now City Public Works wants council to approve extending the plan through 2031. The Rapid Pavement Program, formerly known as the Infrastructure Management Program, launched in 2020. The current plan is for the years 2024 to 2028. Corpus Christi City Council is considering a proposal to extend the plan through 2031 for $31 million a year. The money, city leaders say, goes towards repairs for both residential and bigger roads like arterials and collectors. Public Works Director Ernie de la Garza tells me things like getting rid of the street fee contributed to a $15 million deficit. The city's plan is to finish projects already approved in 2027 to 2028. The plan in 2030 and 31 is to focus on the worst rated streets. All Director Ernie de la Garza says would be in jeopardy if the proposed plan isn't approved. The City Council is expected to vote on this item on September 9th. In Flower Bluff, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Thursday. We are almost done with this week, heading closer and closer towards that weekend. But our forecast is going to continue to be a hot one for us as we wrap up the end of our work week. Yesterday, we saw an afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. So it was a very spicy, hot and sizzling conditions here across the coastal bend. And we're expecting more of the same in the forecast later on today by this afternoon. But pretty much similar how we woke up and started our day yesterday. We're going to be in for more of the same. That dry air contributes towards our temperatures dropping a bit overnight, leading towards things feeling fairly comfortable, at least during the morning hours. So across the coastal bend right now, in most of our neighborhoods, mostly sitting to those mid to upper 70s right now for our current temperatures. Corpus Christi sitting at 75 degrees, 75 as well over in Beeville, 76 in Rockport and in Alice, 75 right now waking up in Kingsville. A bit warmer, of course, for areas and neighborhoods nearby the coast. So over in NAS Corpus Christi, you guys are waking up to a temperature of 79 degrees. Across the coastal bend, seeing some fairly calm and light wind speeds, mostly going nearby 5, maybe close to 10 miles an hour. But we will expect our wind speeds to ramping up and start to shift a little bit more eventually towards the southeasterly direction over the course of the afternoon, adding towards that moisture and humidity buildup that we're going to see mostly impacting our forecast tomorrow on Friday. But looking at our hour by hour forecast today, mostly sunny skies all throughout the morning and as we approach the early afternoon, eventually seeing our temperatures reaching to those upper 80s by 10 o'clock in the morning and well into those mid 90s by lunchtime. So that already gives you a pretty clear picture of what we're in for by the time we reach the hottest portion of our day around that 2 to 4 o'clock hour, when we'll be experiencing that afternoon high temperature back up at 100 degrees for us here in Corpus Christi. So again, just in for yet another hot and very sunny day for us in the coastal bend, with our feel like temperatures matching closely or nearby our actual air temperature of 100 degrees, with our feel like temperatures approaching the lower 100s too, maybe capping out nearby 105 or 106 throughout most of our coastal neighborhoods by this afternoon, heading towards the 2 and 3 o'clock hour. Now again, we're still going to be dealing with that dangerous heat risk and heat danger in the forecast, kind of worsening ahead for us today compared to yesterday across the coastal bend under that moderate to major risk. So it's going to be that level 2 and 3 out of 4 for heat danger. A couple small splotches of purple coming into the map just south of Cotulla. So a little bit of that extreme risk for heat danger going to coming into the forecast as well. That's going to last ahead for us tomorrow on your Friday too. Only going to see some true improvement ahead for us on Saturday, and that's going to be tied towards our rain chances coming into the forecast thanks to some deep tropical moisture coming in from the eastern Pacific, as well as our frontal boundary that's going to give us some slightly cooler temperatures that will finally dip us to below average over the weekend and as we start the early part of next week. Rain chances look really promising right now. Can see anywhere between isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be possible over the weekend, even to the early part of next week. In terms of total rainfall accumulation, things are looking promising on that front too, maybe close to half an inch to an inch of rainfall potentially from this upcoming rain event. Now we will be looking like we're going to be entering more of a normal weather pattern in terms of our rainfall here in the coastal bend, but that's going to be good because normal for us means that we'll be expecting a bit of our average in terms of rainfall amounts that we get for the month of September.
Well, as we told you, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is expected to testify today in front of the Senate Finance Committee. Coming up after the break, Scripps News Group's Nathaniel Reed will have more on what we can expect. Welcome back, folks. 6:12 is your time. Getting a look at our SPID Skycam. As you can see, traffic is picking up a little bit as people are starting to wake up, heading out to work. We're going to check out with the rest of the roadways and the weather with meteorologist Julia Quade in just a bit. But first, we head to Washington. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. expected to testify today in front of the Senate Finance Committee on his 2026 health priorities. The hearing comes as RFK Jr. faces considerable criticism for, of course, the firing for the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention Director, Susan Moranis.
Now, to talk more about this, we bring in Scripps News Group, Nathaniel Reed. Good morning, Nate. So will Republicans defend RFK Jr., and is there a chance that he will remain Secretary of Health and Human Services?
Yeah, good morning, Brian and Michelle. Well, look, this is a high-stakes day here on Capitol Hill today as RFK Jr. appears for what is typically routine testimony up here to talk about the president's 2026 health care agenda. But there is increased scrutiny over RFK Jr. after he forced out this director of the CDC, Susan Moranis, as you just noted. And again, there's a lot more questions than answers about whether he will face tough questions from not just Democrats, but also Republicans. A lot of Democrats have made clear they've made perennial calls on him to resign. Those calls are not likely to go through. But there are Republicans up here who voted just over a month ago to confirm the director of the CDC, who now say that they regret that decision, that they should not have voted to confirm her. That, as RFK Jr. was pushing for Susan Moranis to be confirmed up here on Capitol Hill. Now some Republicans saying they will use the opportunity today to defend RFK Jr. in the face of smears they say are coming from Democrats. Republican Senator Roger Marshall, one of the Republicans who's going to be on that panel in just a couple of hours, he caught up with me yesterday. Take a listen.
I think I mostly want to make sure that he gets a chance to respond to the false accusations. I hope he gets a chance just to share with us what the vision is to make America healthy again, that we need the CDC to have a new focus. I was wrong. I made a mistake. I thought she'd be part of the mission. She was unwilling to cooperate with the bigger mission, and it's time to move on from that mistake.
And again, in addition to Democrats, though, there are a couple of Republicans to watch on the panel, Brian and Michelle. It includes Senator Bill Cassidy, the Republican from Louisiana, who's made statements critical about RFK Jr. in the past, saying that he needs more oversight amid turmoil at the agency. There's also Senator Thom Tillis, the retiring Republican senator from North Carolina, who has in the last couple days said that he's going to have some tough questions for RFK Jr. Again, he does have the support. President Donald Trump, he endorsed President Trump late in the 2024 campaign cycle, leading to this appointment to be HHS secretary. So far, it seems like most Republicans, including the president, still have faith in RFK Jr.
Well, Nate, thank you so much for looking into this.
Yeah, we appreciate you keeping up to date on it, sir. Have yourself a fantastic weekend.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Thursday. Heading out the door. Similar to yesterday, things will be feeling at their most pleasant and most comfortable for us across the coastal bend as temperatures, of course, drop a little bit overnight. And again, dry air currently in place that leads towards conditions not feeling quite as muggy and oppressive, at least during the morning hours. Can't say the same as we head towards the afternoon. Things will start to feel uncomfortable by then. But right now, let's go ahead and take a look at our planner today to see what you can expect in terms of your forecast. Again, looking at mostly sunny skies all throughout the morning and heading towards the afternoon, expecting very limited cloud cover in our skies. Again, attributed towards that dry air that's currently in place. Looking at our temperatures, eventually reaching toward those lower 90s already around midday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So, of course, you can expect by the afternoon, around lunchtime, well towards those mid to upper 90s, eventually reaching our afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees in between that 2 and 4 o'clock hour time frame there. So, again, looking at very hot and sunny conditions for us in store in the coastal bend. Looking at our feel light temperatures, those will also be ranging into those triple digits as well, reaching into the lower 100s or close to around 105 as we head towards around the 2 and 3 o'clock hour. So even with those air temperatures in the 100s, feel light temperatures also reaching the 100s. So you really want to make sure you're practicing that heat safety to keep yourself safe in these unseasonably hot conditions that we have in place here across the region. So looking at our heat risk and heat danger in the coastal bend too, that has worsened since yesterday. A majority of us under that moderate to major risk of heat danger right now. So it's going to be at level 2 and level 3 out of 4, maybe a couple few splotches of purple coming in just south of Cotulla, so that's that extreme risk that's also going to stick around the forecast ahead for us tomorrow on our Friday, as things are still going to be pretty sweltering in terms of our conditions here in the coastal bend. Going to have true improvement on the way for us this weekend. Start to see a bit of a shrinkage in terms of our heat risk of that moderate and that major zone on our Saturday, as that frontal boundary starts to push its way here into the coastal bend, offering us some cooler and below average temperatures that will last at least for the first part of the early half of your work week next week, and also that deep tropical moisture that's going to feed towards our rain chances that right now look to be pretty decent ahead for this weekend and for the early part of next week, expecting anywhere between some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms that could rumble their way through the forecast again beginning this weekend. Now we are going to be entering a bit of a more normal weather pattern in terms of our rain chances here in the coastal bend and across South Texas, but that's going to be a good thing for us here in the coastal bend because normal means that we should be hopefully reaching nearby our average in terms of our rainfall amounts that we usually see here in the coastal bend in the month of September. As just a reminder, September is our rainiest month of the year. So looking at our 7-day forecast, more hot and humid conditions today and tomorrow before cooler temperatures and more rainfall enters the forecast this weekend.
Did you know you can purchase woodwork items made from inmates online? I'm Alexis Scott with details on where you can purchase their items and how that sale goes directly to helping those inside.
Welcome back, folks. It's the most colorful time of the year, and we're talking about A&M Corpus Christi's Waves of Welcome. On your screen, you will see the first ever color run hosted by the Spirit and Traditions Department. Islanders were drenched in blue and green as they sprinted through the Hammerhead Trail Start. Students also got to enjoy free food, drinks, live music, and some freebies.
It is so much fun to be involved and participate in things like this. Our office and our department has such a wonderful energy and atmosphere. We bleed blue and green, and we want to make that atmosphere spread across the entire campus.
The Spirit and Tradition Department would like to thank everyone who participated.
Alrighty, good morning. I'm taking a live look outside now from our First Community Bank Sky Cam, south of USS Lexington, where you can see that traffic flow is looking pretty good on the new Harbor Bridge. Old Harbor Bridge is now closed, so you're not going to be able to head on the lanes on the pedestrian side or even on traffic flow. So everything's now happening action-wise in terms of traffic. It's only going to be on that new Harbor Bridge at this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at our traffic flow map so we can spec on those roadways across the area too for getting your Thursday morning started. Hang on Ocean Drive down SPID and on Saratoga. All three of those roadways are moving pretty well for you early this morning. Hang on over towards Flower Bluff. A little bit of medium and slow speeds that you're going to see heading in both directions on Waldron Road. All clear though heading on Flower Bluff Drive, and some bit of improvement happening now over at the Gaya NAS Corpus Christi. Now as you start to approach there, dealing with a bit of a medium speed instead of that slower speed that you saw over the past 15 minutes. And now heading onto the JFK Causeway, going to from the island. Again, looking pretty easy and nice and moving traffic flow to get you started on this Thursday morning for your commute. That's it for your traffic report. For details on your forecast coming up after the break.
Looking like $1 million doesn't have to cost you $1 million. One local turned her love for thrifting into a small business that has some great deals for you. I'm Michaela Chavez on the South Side. I'll take you inside the store where fashion meets budget and where big savings are right around the corner.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Alrighty, good morning and welcome back. Taking a live look outside now from our Soupy Spear Sky Cam sponsored by CCAC. We can see there's some pretty empty traffic flow right now heading on the JFK Causeway. Taking a look at our skies though, we can see there's a little bit passing clouds, but we're going to see mostly clear skies all throughout the morning and heading towards this afternoon. Very similar picture to what we saw yesterday in terms of that heat really starting to kick up a notch as we head towards the afternoon hours. But to contrast that, starting out in the morning though, thanks to that drier air that's currently in place, things feel pretty pleasant and comfortable right now heading out your door. But again, that dry air is still going to contribute towards our temperatures really quickly and rapidly increasing as we head towards the afternoon, eventually reaching back up towards those triple digits for some neighborhoods. So let's go ahead and get into what else you can expect your forecast today. Here at a glance, we'll expect more of that hot and spicy weather to continue in the forecast. Upper 90s to lower 100s are expected for our afternoon high temperatures under mostly sunny skies. Feel like temperatures will also continue to range into the lower 100s, maybe topping out a nearby 105 during the 2 2 and 3 o'clock hour. Also, that worsening heat danger, that's going to continue to linger in our forecast too, expecting anywhere near that major heat risk throughout majority of our neighborhoods here in the coastal bend, really expanding to other parts in the coastal bend as well compared to yesterday. But like I mentioned just a moment ago, waking up this morning, nice start to our day on this Thursday. Temperatures mostly sitting towards those mid to upper 70s across the coastal bend, 75 degrees on the dot here in Corpus Christi. Also, you can notice that drier air also contributes towards our feel-like temperatures, matching pretty closely to where our air temperatures are sitting at early this morning. But we'll start to see more of that separation as we look ahead towards the later hours this afternoon. Taking a look at our hourly heat, by already lunchtime, sitting at 95 degrees for our actual air temperatures. Feel-like temperatures already in those triple digits. That's going to continue to increase with our air temperatures and feel-like temperatures later on in the afternoon. Like I mentioned, eventually reaching an afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees on the dot for us here in Corpus Christi, with feel-like temperatures approaching near 105 or 106 later on in the afternoon. For our winds, those will start to slowly start to shift towards a heavier southeasterly flow by around later on in the afternoon to the early evening hours. Also, wind speeds by that same time frame will increase as well, nearby 15 to 16 miles an hour. So that's also going to tie towards a little bit more of a moisture bump in our conditions here in the coastal bend ahead for us, really giving more impacts tomorrow, potentially with a little bit more cloud cover entering our forecast. But looking at our heat risk, like I mentioned, all of us here in the coastal bend really mostly under that major to maybe even extreme heat risk here in the forecast. You can see those splotches of purple just south of Cotulla there. Now that will start to be a similar picture for what we can experience tomorrow on our Friday, with some better improvement on the way as you look on your Saturday, more of a shrinking happening in terms of that major heat risk that's going to start to get pushed back towards more inland portions of the coastal bend. That's going to get tied towards two things in our forecast. We got rain coming into the area, also a bit of a cool down with that frontal boundary that's going to approach our area. But before we get there, we got to keep this at top of our mind. We need to remember that heat safety and to practice all those tips, making sure we're drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated throughout the day, limiting our time outdoors, and taking as many breaks as possible to get some time in that air conditioning as well throughout the day to keep ourselves safe. Because as we end our work week, we're going to continue with these unseasonably hot temperatures with some changes on the way this weekend. Like I mentioned, that frontal boundary is going to push on through, giving us slightly cooler temperatures and below average conditions here in the coastal bend. So that also tied towards some deep tropical moisture arriving in the coastal bend. That's going to really drive up our rain chances that look pretty decent right now. Can expect anywhere between isolated to even widely scattered showers and thunderstorms over the course of our weekend, even to the early part of next week. In terms of rainfall accumulation, that even looks pretty promising right now. Of course, this is subject to change, but we could be looking at around an inch or maybe even more in terms of total rainfall accumulation from the rain event that we're expecting to begin over the weekend and then continue a little bit to the early part of the work week of next week. So again, right now, promising rain chances ahead. Hopefully this forecast can hold on strong for us as we get a little bit closer. But right now, taking a look at that 7-day forecast, like I mentioned, a lot of heat and humidity today and tomorrow with some changes underway this upcoming weekend.
More houses are on the market nationwide, but who's buying them? I'm Holly Furfer, looking at what's trending in real estate. Small investors are making up a larger share of home purchases this year, and signs of a more balanced market could mean an opening for the average consumer.
This property has 4 bedrooms.
Just ask realtors, and they'll tell you the housing market is making some shifts.
So that inventory over the last 3.5 years has jumped up, and to now we have real inventory.
Jeff Lichtenstein owns Ecofine Properties in South Florida.
So you have a lot of people right now who are selling, whether it's land or homes, who are willing to deal.
Inventory is going up, but home prices and mortgage rates are still high, sidelining many would-be first-time home buyers.
All you can do is save, and even then it may not be enough.
Investors are stepping in. A study from Cotality, a firm that tracks property information and analytics, found that in January, investors accounted for 32% of single-family home purchases nationwide, dropping to 29% in June, which is still a record high. But those investors might not be what you're imagining. Small investors, those owning less than 10 properties, are the most common, making up 14% of purchases. Medium-sized investors owning less than 100 properties make up 10%.
The reason that the small investors are thriving is that they're more agile. in this market, and they don't need to make as big of a profit center as some of the larger ones.
Large and mega investors collectively account for 5% of purchases, according to Cotality's data.
Some of the larger builders, larger investors want to get a certain return on their money, or they may have problems with crews because of the deportations and some of that going on.
Lichtenstein said the market is seeing more must-sell homeowners who need to sell for financial or personal reasons. But average consumers might not need to wait for interest rates to go down.
When your interest rates are where they are right now, it gives the buyer a lot more bargaining power when they are going in and making an offer.
Experts tell us the shifts are a sign of a more balanced market to come.
I think we'll have a good 2026 because of all these factors coming into play.
Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group, Atlanta.
Hey there, good morning and happy Thursday. Taking a live look right now at our conditions here in the Coastal Bend in terms of our planner here. We'll be waking up towards mostly sunny skies across the Coastal Bend today. That's going to continue as we head towards this afternoon. And again, temperatures are going to quickly increase for us in the next few hours. Already by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, reaching around 98 degrees here in Corpus Christi, getting closer and closer towards that afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. We'll also see our winds kind of shift over towards more of a southeasterly flow as we look ahead towards the later hours this afternoon and heading towards the evening. Also, we'll see our wind speeds start to increase a little bit, going closer towards around 15 to 16 miles an hour. Of course, like I mentioned, feel like temperatures will be reaching towards those triple digits as well. So it's going to go along with why that heat risk is still going to be a concern for us, as majority of us really be under that major heat risk and heat danger in the forecast today. Improvements will be coming as we look ahead towards this weekend, as our rain chances will start to increase thanks to deep tropical moisture and our frontal boundary that's going to give us a bit of a dial back with our temperatures going back towards below average conditions into the lower 90s and potentially as low as the upper 80s.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. Now, we have plenty of neighborhood news for you, of course, this morning. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Julia Quady. How are the roadways looking, Julia? Good morning.
Hey there. Good morning, you guys. The roadways are looking pretty good right now. So across the Coastal Bend, we're going to be looking at pretty easy movement heading out the door to get our Thursday morning started. So I think we're all going to be grateful for that. Right now, taking a look at our view from our SPID Skycam, we can see those roadways are starting to get a little bit more busy as a lot more of our neighbors start to hit the roads to get their Thursday morning started today. Now, in terms of our traffic flow, like I mentioned, things are moving pretty well across most of our roadways. So let's go ahead and get into it, taking a look at our traffic flow heading on towards the downtown area on Ocean Drive, heading on SPID and on Saratoga. Things are looking good on all three of those roadways for us early this morning. Moving on over towards Flower Bluff, a little bit of medium and slow speeds that you're going to encounter going in both directions on Waldron Road. All clear though, heading out the door, going in both directions on Flower Bluff Drive, and still looking at a bit of a median speed when you get a little bit closer towards the gate at NAS Corpus Christi. Moving on over now towards the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island. Again, you can see all those shades of green indicating that you got some fast, easy flowing traffic flow for the start of your morning on the JFK Causeway right now. That's it for your traffic report. More details on your forecast coming up the next few minutes.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. The future of Inner Harbor Desal has been decided, but what does that mean for cities outside of Corpus Christi and where they get their water from?
I believe the permanent water fix is sitting at their front door in the Gulf of Mexico.
That was the fix Sinton City Manager John Hobson told me when I spoke to him last week. Our discussion was following the progress made in the Evangeline deal with the city of Corpus Christi, a deal the city of Sinton has been vocally against.
But pulling groundwater is not the solution for Corpus Christi.
But on Tuesday, Corpus Christi said goodbye to its potential Inner Harbor desalination plant, leaving its future water source up in the air.
It's not my intent to abandon the project. I like the possibility of desal, but let's look at another vendor and let's try and find a cheaper cost if we can.
I attempted to speak with Hobson to see how the council's decision could shape Sinton's efforts moving forward, but as of our reporting, he has yet to get back to me. But I decided to turn to San Patricio County Judge David Krebs. Chris 6 caught up with Krebs last week after passing a resolution in support of Sinton's efforts, a resolution he still stands by now.
We really don't know
supply of water we have in there. No studies have ever been done on these aquifers around here because we haven't been needing them up until now.
Speaking with Krebs, he calls the desalination vote Corpus's business. However, the judge also called the need for water dire and that it's up to all the counties of the Coastal Bend to work together in order to find a solution.
We all need to come together. City of Corpus, all of the surrounding communities, and try to get this problem solved. Because if we don't get the problem solved, South Texas is going to become a dust bowl.
While the future of water and where it comes from remains unclear, discussions around those potential alternative sources is expected to continue at future council meetings. Reporting in Sinton, I'm your neighborhood news reporter Adam Beam for Chris 6 News.
Thank you so much, Adam. Appreciate that. And for more on his story, because it is a pretty heavy one, you can always head on over to our website, christv.com. So from City Council voting down the Inner Harbor desal plant
to the possible extension of the rapid pavement program, we have you covered in your neighborhood check-in.
Yeah, I voted nay.
City Council's no vote stopped the $50 million Inner Harbor contract, but the very next motion turned to state funding.
Do you need a motion or direction?
Council passed a resolution that directs staff to ask the Texas Water Development Board for an extension on more than $200 million in SWIFT funds, low-interest state loans the city secured for desalination. The deadline is Friday. In a letter dated August 8th to at-large Councilmember Carolyn Vaughn, the Water Board says money already issued must stay with desalination, and the $210 million still pending. Redirecting it would require formal approval, something the board says has never been done.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter in Flower Bluff. The city's rapid pavement program, which fixes the city's streets, is already funded through 2028. Now City Public Works wants council to approve extending the plan through 2031.
The Rapid Pavement Program, formerly known as the Infrastructure Management Program, launched in 2020. The current plan is for the years 2024 to 2028. Corpus Christi City Council is considering a proposal to extend the plan through 2031 for $31 million a year. The money, city leaders say, goes towards repairs for both residential and bigger roads like arterials and collectors. Public Works Director Ernie de la Garza tells me things like getting rid of the street fee contributed to a $15 million deficit. The city's plan is to finish projects already approved in 2027 to 2028. The plan in 2030 and 31 is to focus on the worst rated streets. All Director Ernie de la Garza says would be in jeopardy if the proposed plan isn't approved.
The City Council is expected to vote on this item on September 9th. In Flower Bluff, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Inmates at the Nueces County Jail are putting their woodworking skills to use, and now their creations are being sold online. The Sheriff's Office recently expanded its inmate woodshop program to include an Etsy store. Inmates use scrap wood from old pallets to make items like garden planters, wall art, shelves, and tables. The money made online goes back into the program to cover tools, supplies, and equipment. If you're interested in purchasing any of the items made by Nueces County inmates, we'll have details on christv.com.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Thursday. For us here in the Coastal Bend, waking up to similar conditions that we had yesterday. That drier air does contribute towards nice conditions early in the morning. Temperatures really agreeable, sitting towards those mid to upper 70s across the area. But that same dry air is also our culprit in terms of why our temperatures rapidly increase as we get closer towards the afternoon, making for very hot and spicy conditions in terms of our temperatures reaching into those upper 90s and to those lower triple digits. So let's go ahead and get into what else you can expect your forecast today. But first, taking in this view from our Snoopy Spears Skycam sponsored by CCAC, can make out that sunrise just beginning beyond the horizon of the JFK Causeway there. Some passing cloud cover out there, but again, looking at mostly clear skies throughout the morning and as we head towards the afternoon, that also a contributing factor towards why things feel so hot as we head towards the next few hours. Taking a look at our planner today, like I mentioned, mostly clear and sunny skies all throughout the morning and heading towards the afternoon. We will start to see our temperatures starting to increase around midday, 11 o'clock in the morning, already hitting those lower 90s. So you can imagine by lunchtime, well into those mid to upper 90s throughout some neighborhoods here in the Coastal Bend too, and around and between the 2 to 4 o'clock hour, that's when we can see that afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees being met here in Corpus Christi. Now, looking at our field light temperatures, those are also going to be ranging into those low triple digits or reaching at least close towards around 105 or 106 as we hit towards the 2 and 3 o'clock hour this afternoon too. Take a look at that heat risk and heat danger. That's going to worsen for us ahead by this afternoon. Majority of the coastal bend going to be under that moderate or major risk for heat danger. Really more splotches of orange rather than, or I should say rather red rather than orange across most of our neighborhoods, even for more coastal portions of the area here. So that's going to start to kind of be a bit of a similar picture that what we can experience tomorrow on our Friday. Only going to see some improvement in the forecast as we head towards your Saturday. That's going to be tied towards our rain chances coming into the forecast with some deep tropical moisture and that frontal boundary that's going to push on through, giving us a return of those below average temperatures that can give us a bit of a break over the weekend and to the early start of your work week next week. Now, focusing on those rain chances right now, those look to be pretty promising at the moment. Hopefully some beneficial rainfall we can get out of this rain event that will be beginning again over the weekend and continuing to the early part of next week. Anywhere between isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms could be making their way into the forecast. And looking at to the next 6 to 10 days, we will be entering more of a normal terms of rainfall expectations here in South Texas. That is going to be good for us because the norm is that overall for the month of September, this is the rainiest month of the year. So hopefully our rainfall can follow suit in terms of our expectations here. But right now, again, hot and humid today and tomorrow with some better rain chances ahead for this weekend and cooler temperatures.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is expected to testify today in front of the Senate Finance Committee on his 2026 health priorities. One of the major priorities for the Trump administration under the Make America Healthy Again initiative this year will be identifying the underlying cause for chronic conditions. The hearing comes as RFK Jr. faces considerable criticism for the firing of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Director Suzanne Moranes. So that led to the resignation of 3 top CDC officials. Kennedy is likely to face harsh questions on the CDC shakeup.
France is set to host a Coalition of the Willing summit today to discuss future security plans for Ukraine. The summit will be a hybrid setting with some meetings happening in person and others happening virtually. French President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer are co-hosting the summit, which will focus on strengthening Ukraine's army and defense capabilities and coming up with a peace agreement with Russia. President Trump will host a call with the European leaders during the summit. Roughly 30 nations are expected to participate.
President Trump is urging the Supreme Court to step into the fray over his tariffs. In his request, he's asking the justices to overturn a lower court ruling that found his administration acted unlawfully by imposing many of his sweeping import taxes. The case once again raises fundamental questions for the court about the president's power to act unilaterally and without explicit authority from Congress. Trump's critics note that the last president to raise tariffs under similar circumstances was Richard Nixon, and Congress later pared back the president's power.
Now, here in your neighborhood, City Council has given preliminary approval to a vacant building registration program. The program would require owners to register buildings that have been vacant for 30 days or more. They would have to pay a registration fee and provide a point of contact. Vacant building owners would also have to provide a plan and a timeline to bring their property up to code or reoccupy it. A final vote on the vacant building registration program is set for next Tuesday's City Council meeting.
Well, it is that time, folks. The Old Harbor Bridge is now permanently closed. All vehicle and pedestrian access to northbound US 181 via the Old Harbor Bridge was shut down on Wednesday. Southbound access has been closed for some months. The new Highway 181 northbound exit to the North Beach area from the new Harbor Bridge is now open. The shared use path for cyclists and pedestrians along the East Causeway Boulevard frontage road is also open.
So there was no winner in last night's Powerball, which means the Powerball jackpot is now $1.7 billion. The new jackpot is the 3rd largest in both Powerball and U.S. history, and Powerball has now matched its longest stretch of drawings with no jackpot winners. The next drawing is Saturday. Your odds of winning are about 1 in 292.2 million.
Who doesn't love thrifting? I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter on the South Side. One local teen turned her love for thrifting into a business that's helping others score great style without breaking the bank.
This is my childhood bedroom, and then I turned it into my store. Pink walls, everything. I feel like I can still hear like the little girl laughing.
Amanda Garza is the owner of Passion for Thrifting.
I started when I was 15, and I'm 20 now.
From server to small business owner, it all started with a trip to Goodwill. Now, she combines her customer service experience with her love for style.
A bunch of my best friends, they were my customers at first, and I'm like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go thrifting.
Her store caters to all.
They're all in like the 40s and under. All the Coach bags. They're all authentic, real, gorgeous.
But hits a sweet spot with teens and young adults.
Most of my clothes go towards like junior, like college teen wear. Definitely like a Y2K look. A vintage 2000s look.
Running the shop has been a learning curve, but it's one she challenges herself to learn on her own every day.
From sales tax to like permits, almost every day I try to post about like 10 items.
Her goal? Keeping fashion affordable, with sales like $1 live bids, 50% off back to school deals, and discounts just for showing support.
Even if like, you know, you're a high schooler or a college student, I know it's pretty expensive, so I love to just, you know, share with the girls and make them look cute at a good price.
Garza even offers swap deals. Bring in clothes and get cash on the spot or store credit at her home shop or during the monthly art walk where she usually sets up outside Executive Surf Club.
Seeing like my first ever business cards and like now to like what I'm here at now, I'm like, whoa, like my little girl self would have been like in shock.
To shop, follow her on social media and book an appointment. Garza's dream is to open a brick and mortar in the city she grew up in and loves by 2026. And to help her get there, I, of course, had to take home a little something myself.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Amanda Garza celebrating 5 years in business on September 17th. To mark the major milestone, everything in the store will be 40% off that day. With your neighborhood news on the South Side, I'm your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter Michaela Chavez, Chrisic Sunrise.
Here's a look at what's trending now. Starbucks is adding protein-packed lattes and cold foams to the menu later this month. The coffee chain giant says there will be between 15 to 36 grams of protein per grande beverage. The drinks will come in a variety of flavors as well as sugar-free and unsweetened choices. Customers will also be able to add protein-boosted milk to any beverage that has milk as part of its recipe. Starbucks says the new beverages are tapping into a growing trend among customers who want to consume more protein. You know, I thought I made this up. When I was in college, I used to do black coffee and then add protein powder, put it in a shaker bottle when it was hot, and I do not recommend because it actually explodes. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy. So then I started doing cold coffee protein, but then you drink it so fast, so I get the little jitters.
Protein jitters.
So you advise against Starbucks ideas?
I mean, that's a lot though.
Perfected it.
15 to 36 grams. That's quite a bit of protein.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's appealing to me because I'm kind of a bit of a workout girly, so I like the idea of like you guys know I love Starbucks, and now I can combine my love for Starbucks and get some protein. That's a good combo to me. In my mind, at least.
And it looks like they have cooler choices too.
Yeah. Yeah. I love matcha too. So matcha, more protein in my matcha. That sounds like just a good idea.
You got to check back in after you get it and let us know how it is.
Okay. All right.
And I'll let you know about those Cine Minis.
Okay.
Yeah. So excited. Burger King, by the way. That was last hour, by the way. Cine Minis are coming back to Burger King today.
Yes.
You should be a spokesperson.
I totally should. At BK, I'll have it my way.
Oh.
Call me up.
Screaming. Anyway.
We're going to have it your way for the weather?
We are going to have it our way for the weather, I guess. Depends on what your way is. My way is hot and sunny, so I'm getting my way. So right now, taking a look at our forecast at a glance here. Got more hot and spicy weather on the way, expecting it to get back up by this afternoon into those upper 90s to lower 100s for our forecast high temperatures under mostly sunny skies. Going to see our feel like temperatures also range back up towards those lower 100s, maybe topping out nearby 105 degrees later on in the afternoon. Also, our heat danger is going to continue continue to worsen for us here in the coastal bend. Most of us going to be under that major risk for heat danger in the forecast today. Now, taking all that information, let's go ahead and apply that to our dog walking forecast. Introducing our star for today, we got literally Star here, who's lounging, of course, over at the beach. Nice beach conditions, by the way, expecting the forecast today here in the coastal bend. But in terms of that dangerous heat that we have in place, just make sure you're lathering up on that sunscreen and just practicing extra caution and spending certain amount of hours outdoors, either way, whether you're at the beach or just having any outdoor activities today. So taking a look at our forecast overall, we're going to see mostly sunny skies all throughout the morning and heading towards the afternoon. Temperatures quickly jumping into those 90s by around midday and well into those mid-90s by around lunchtime. So it's going to let you know already that we're in for a very sweltering hot day in the coastal bend, expecting a hot temperature of 100 degrees on the dot for us here in Corpus Christi. So again, like I mentioned, that heat risk and heat danger, that's also going to be a concern for us, reaching back up towards that major and moderate risk across the coastal bend here. Improvement will be on the way as we look ahead towards this upcoming weekend. We'll finally start to see a bit of a cool down applied towards our forecast as we have a frontal boundary that's going to come on in and some deep tropical moisture from a tropical system that's off over towards the coast of Mexico. So that's going to give us our moisture to give us our rain chances.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Julia. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Have a great one. We'll see you soon.